Hey everybody, I started this video back in April, now it's July, so like 4 months. It took me 4 months to make this doll. I definitely could have made it a lot faster, but that's a step up from the 9 months it took me to make my first doll. So yeah, anyways, I made another doll. She is like the complete opposite aesthetic of the first one I did. I wanted to make her a little bit more, I don't know, pastel, streetwear vibes, I don't know. But yeah, I don't really have a crazy long intro. If you want to see me make this doll, filmed from not the greatest angles and some shitty camera quality, then keep watching for more. Or whatever. Thank you. So this is what I started with. This is an old Raven Queen doll from Ever After High. I got her off of Mercari for like $10. I didn't want to record myself taking her hair out because it was a very long and a very strenuous process. It took forever, and also there was just hair plugs everywhere. Right now I'm removing the black paint with acetone. This also took a lot longer than I expected. It didn't really come off as easily, and there were a lot of smudges everywhere. Like, bro, this is her face after like 5 to 8 pads of like acetone. So that was the hair that I'm working with. Right after that, I got started on mapping her bald head out with acrylic paint markers just to get a sense of where I was going to put specific hair colors. This was a lot easier than just painting her. That's what I did last time. So yeah, I would recommend using acrylic paint markers. And then right after I finished that, I started rerooting. This is always the longest part of the doll making process. Some days it's fun and it's satisfying to see like her hair slowly coming together, but most days for me, because I feel like it took me a month to do this, like once again, because I just didn't have like a lot of free time to do it. I just did not want to do it. It was boring. I was like, there are like way more things I could be doing rather than this. Like, no matter how many holes I fill, like I just feel like there's always more and it's like never gonna end. But, you know, eventually it did, and I'm happy with how it turned out. And another thing that also pissed me off a lot was that the needle kept coming out every time I tried to put like a plug of hair in. Honestly, it was probably my own fault because it's only recommended to do like 5 to 8 strands of hair per, I guess, reroot, like per like hole on her head. But I was putting in like 10 to like 20, honestly, because I'm like, I just want to get this done as soon as possible. And then the needle kept coming out. The needle ended up breaking. I had to order more. So, you know, honestly, I should like have learned from this and like not do that next time. But the thing is, it's gonna happen next time, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing, and then another needle's gonna break. And I'm fine with that because I don't really want to count out 5 to 8 strands of hair on my finger and do that every single time because it's gonna take me forever. But, you know, that's just me. Okay, really bad camera quality, and I'm sure you can hear a fan in the background, but I have just finished rooting all of the blonde hair. As you can see, there's still a significant portion that I need to fill up. This is how long it is. I was surprised that I used the whole thing, but that's also because I didn't cut in half first, which would lead me to having more hair, which is what I did for my first doll. So I'm going to be doing that, and then hopefully that's enough to finish this right here, and then we'll move on to the blue and pink parts, and then we'll be done. Bro, I'm watching this clip right now as I'm recording the voiceover, but the way I cut this was absolutely diabolical. These are not hair scissors. I don't know what kind of scissors these are, but why was I using them to cut? Like, okay, it came out fine, like, thank God, but why did I not just use regular scissors? What was I doing? Alright, so after this, I start on the blue part of the hair, and, you know, I don't really have much to say for this part. Yeah, it was a small area, so you can see like the needle coming out again and again. I ended up making more holes in her head with the other side of the needle. Like when I took it out, I just poked a bunch more holes in her head because I feel like she was just like a little bald, so I need to fix that. And then after this, it was the pink section, you guys, and then I did the exact same thing. I added more holes to her head because I just felt like she was a little bald and I was gonna use her for the bangs.
Yes, I am. Just please don't make.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this has got me so all the way fucked up. I swear, like, I'm almost done with it, but I feel so far away from completion because this needle just keeps coming out of its like little thing. So I've been like working on this pink hair for like 3 hours and I'm still not done. And I wanted to film it, but bro, I was so angry. Off screen shit was pissing me off so bad because like I couldn't even get like a strand in there without the needle coming out. Anyways, I'm almost done. I have like maybe a row left and then the hairline, and then I will be done. This is how it looks so far. Trans pride, I guess. Anyways, God, I can't wait for this to be fucking done, bro. I hate my chungus life. Alright, so this is the final product, and honestly, it is giving trans flag. That wasn't the intention, but I like how it came out. And, you know, shout out to all the trans people out there. But yeah, I ended up putting some Fabri-Tac in her head. That definitely was a mistake because that shit was like glued over, bro. I need to buy a new one for real. Alright, y'all. As you can see, I'm absolutely jumping with joy now that my hair, or that the doll hair is done. After that long ass, strenuous ass process, stupid ass, fuck ass process, it's finally done. I put the glue in, I put her head back on. This is what it looks like. I saved the hairstyling for the very last part, unfortunately, but I'm really excited to see how it will turn out. But yeah, I just don't want anything to move. I don't want her hair to move while I'm working on her makeup and everything else that's going on. I just want it to be absolutely stiff. No movement, bro. No texture, no movement. I got these clothes from Etsy. They were custom made because I still don't know how to sew, and I honestly don't plan on learning how to sew anytime soon, I'm gonna be honest. Low-key kind of cunty. I'm going to try to do a little, like, you know how on like some jeans there's like that yellowing in the middle? I'm gonna try to do that by putting acrylic marker on my fingertip and like slowly kind of like blotting it. And then I have a bunch of stickers. I got these stickers from AliExpress. I don't know, like that. And then I have like a bunch of Curly Kuma stickers as well. I'm gonna put those on her shirt. I don't know if I'm gonna give her tattoos or not. Look at these cunty ass shoes I got from Etsy. Like, bro. Like, tell me that's not fucking fire, though. I have a bunch of charms. They're like phone charms that I also got from AliExpress. I'm gonna put them on her belt. And I'm gonna put a bunch of like star, like nail gems also on both of these belts. I just want her to be like really bedazzled. Like the first doll that I did, like she's alright, but like this is gonna be like. But anyways, I'm not talking. Let's get into it. Alright, so I just ended up blotting my finger a bunch of times with the acrylic paint marker. And once again, as I'm rewatching this footage and doing the voiceover, I realized that this effect could have been done in a much easier way because this ended up taking me a long time, and as you can see, a lot of fingertips. Looking back now, I know that I probably could have just used pastels and a makeup brush, and that would have done the job a lot easier, and it probably would have looked a lot smoother. Now onto the painting. This is probably my favorite part of the whole process, even though it is very tricky. I'm still really learning how to lay the paint down smoothly. I know that you have to kind of water down if you're using acrylic paint, but I'm still kind of at the place where it kind of looks a little bit clumpy. It's not all the way totally smooth like I see in some other custom dolls, you know, but regardless of my skill set currently, I still had a lot of fun doing this. Alright, so onto the blush. Now, before I start, if anybody has any tips on how to make the blush look less splotchy, maybe it's the brush I'm using, I'm not sure, please let me know in the comments, because I did have a hard time putting this down. I thought it was going to be easy, but it was not. Alright, I'm still going to talk about the blush even though the video shows me painting on the eyelashes. I feel like I picked too dark of a color. I ended up getting the right color after I finished everything. But yeah, I don't know why the blush turned out to be so hard for me. Okay, I barely got any footage of me painting her lips on because I could not for the life of me find the correct color, so I was holding her up to my face the entire time because I just could not see what I was painting. Now on to hot gluing, my bad. The stars to the belt, by far the easiest thing out of this entire process. I wish everything else was this easy and smooth. So here you can see how the lips ended up turning out. I really like how I did them. I thought the lip liner looked really good. Here I'm just putting some gloss varnish on to replicate her wearing lip gloss. So it's not like super noticeable, but there was a red mark on her face from paint I had been using, and I want to cover it up with a little like nail decal. I didn't want to use acetone to take it off because that would also have taken the primer off, and I didn't want to reapply that. And then after that, I applied a couple more around her face just so that one wouldn't look so out of place. Next I did the eyelashes. These are just old lashes that I never used that I got from Shein a while ago. So I wanted to do a bit of a colored lash look. I'm gonna like put an inspo pic on the screen. It ended up not really working out the way I wanted to because guess what? Pink on pink, it's not gonna show up at all, especially when I was gonna give her pink bangs. So even though it looked really cool in theory, it did not pan out how I wanted to, unfortunately. I should have picked a different color. I was iffy on whether to add a bottom lash, but in the end I'm so glad I did. I really liked how dramatic and just, I don't know, kind of like clownish she kind of looked. And I wasn't planning on adding any piercings to her, but with the crop top she had on, I was like, fuck it, we're gonna add a belly button piercing, and it ended up looking really cute. Okay, I don't remember if I showed this in previous clips, but I'm using some phone charms that I once again got off AliExpress to put onto her belt to act as just like cute little charms. And bro, I'm gonna be so for real, looking at this old footage of how her hair used to be before I did the unthinkable with her bangs makes me so sad, bro. Like, imagine what could have been. Onto the hair. This is where everything started to fall apart, as you'll see in subsequent clips. I started off with straightening it a little bit just to flatten everything out. Here I'm sectioning off her bangs, so I can cut them later. Even as I'm saying that, I'm getting flashbacks to the beginning of my downfall. Honestly, my life hasn't been the same ever since this moment happened, and I completely blame it on this. Alright, bro, I'm about to cut her bangs. I'm filming this at the angle that I'm filming the doll, but I'm a little scared, not gonna lie. But, bro, I did my tarot reading today, and it said I'm going to create a masterpiece. So, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Alright, so y'all can just see how this ended up turning out. The video really speaks for itself.
So I'm going to create a masterpiece.
Yeah, so all that talk about creating a masterpiece, and this is the masterpiece in question, y'all. Please, nobody come for me. In this clip, I tried boil washing her bangs after the fact that I cut it. Didn't work, duh. Also tried straightening it after the fact. Once again, bro, I have no words. Y'all, I'm back at the stove. I'm gonna boil wash her bangs again for the second time. I knew I only let it set for maybe 2 hours the last time because I was impatient. I'm like, I'm gonna get this done today, and then her hair is gonna be straight, and then I'm gonna be able to curl it with the straightener. No, that did not work. It still looks like absolute dog shit. I can't even show it right now because it's y'all saw the other clips. You don't need to rehashing of that traumatic experience. But yeah, this is coming to a boil. I'm gonna dip her hair in here. I'm going to put this. I'm gonna roll it in her bangs, let it sit overnight, and then hopefully tomorrow we're gonna have some amazing bangs. We are, because this has been very much trust the process, and I'm trusting it because I know that despite this, it's gonna turn out beautiful, even better than I ever imagined. So that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm about to put her in right now. Don't look at her. It's fucking ugly. Not the hair product coming out in the hot water. I put styling pomade in her hair to try to flatten it even more. Now it's all coming out. But I did pretty good on her eyelashes. I'm really proud of how her eyelashes came out. I think they look really silly in a good way. Hey guys, so I was wrong. The hair was actually way too slippery from the product to hold on to the straw, so that just did not work at all. So I literally just went back to what I did earlier from before I went to the gym and let it sit for 2 hours. I'm just I bobby pin this and I'm gonna let it sit overnight. I feel with every step I took in this process, I just made it harder for myself. Unconsciously, right before I cut the bangs for the first time, I was how can I make this as difficult and irritating as possible? And then I did it. Well, now I know next time, when I make my next one, what not to do. And obviously fucking boil wash it first, duh. I thought, I'm really a little annoyed because I thought I was going to get to finish this all today finally. When did I start? I started in April. So, next time, it's only going to take me 1 month because I'm going to grind on that shit. But anyways, I have nothing else to do, so I'm just gonna let it sit here, and then I pray to God that it holds and that I'm actually able to cut it tomorrow. Y'all, look at this. Okay, so I actually ended up letting it sit for over a week. It was mostly due to the fact that I was busy that week. And I also had the small inkling of hope that the longer I let it sit, the flatter it would get. And it did not do that. I ended up ordering a wax stick, not only for me, but I was hey, maybe this might work on the hair. Obviously, with my track record, that obviously did not work. So I was you know what, I'm just gonna give up, and I started straightening the hair. So after this, I sectioned off the blue here. My morale was pretty low at this point, so I was like, I possibly can't make it any worse, so I'm just gonna do what I think is best. Alright, bro, just trust me on this one. I wanted to do some like yellow stripes in her hair. It looks like piss yellow right now, but I ended up making it a lighter yellow, but the camera didn't record that because it stopped recording because my iPhone storage got full. But guys, low-key, it looks better in person, I swear. So after this, I started painting a loose star on her bangs. I really wanted to just put a bunch of different patterns in her hair. I've been seeing that trend a lot on like Pinterest. I was gonna insert the original sketch I made of the style before I started making it, but I'm not gonna out myself like that, because if you see the sketch compared to like how it's actually turning out, bro, like y'all are gonna be so disappointed. I ended up painting some stars on the back of her hair. I thought it turned out good in the end. Could pastels have done the job a lot smoother and, you know, made the hair like not crunchy and hard? Yes, it could have, but that's a lesson that I've learned. These glasses that came with the doll when I got them ended up being my lifesaver, because these were the only things that would get the bangs to like flatten and like stay put. So I added a little charm to them to make them match with the outfit, and you know, the rest is history. Okay, so finally, after months of working on this and, you know, kind of procrastinating, here is the final product. You know, I did the best that I could with what I had, even though it didn't really turn out like how I properly envisioned it, I'm still very proud of myself, and I know that with the next doll that I go into, I'm gonna be even better at it. Okay, y'all, that is the end of the video. I really hope y'all enjoyed that, and I'm definitely gonna be making more dolls, and next time I'm gonna do an amazing, incredible job on the hair. Like, y'all are not ready for the amount of skill and talent that I'm gonna bring to this next doll that I do, like the next doll, because I'm making a Blythe doll next. But yeah, like, it's gonna be insane. Like, nobody's ready because I'm gonna boil wash your hair and I'm gonna do everything. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed. I enjoyed it a lot, even though I could have done it faster. And this next doll I do, it's gonna take me a month at most, because I'm gonna just rise and grind, guys, rise and grind. Early bird gets the worm. But yeah, if you like dolls, then you should subscribe to me. Thanks, and see you in the next video.